There I was, living what looked like a dream. Have you ever reached a certain point where everything looks perfect on the outside, but on the inside, you feel completely disconnected? What appeared to be the perfect life, the house, the family, even the little white dog, the successful business, the consistent spiritual practice, she's got it going on. I had published multiple books, I created meaningful programs, and I was celebrating one of my biggest accomplishments yet. I had just finished recording my first meditation album, and it was called Back to Me. And every track was written by me, recorded by me, and edited by me. I was on fire until I crashed. And that was the moment that I called BS on all of it. The angels, the mindset work, the meditations, all the spiritual tools I had trusted for years. And yet, that breakdown became my greatest breakthrough.
This space honors all paths of connection, healing, and family, grounding ourselves in sacred teachings as we are anchored in ancient roots, ready to rise from the soil of our past. I'm Irene Stupski, here to guide you through stories, insights, and spiritual practices that will help you heal and rediscover your true belonging.
So why am I sharing this with you? Because this is the real part of the journey that no one talks about. It's the hard part. Part that hurts, the part that asks more from you than you ever expected. Spiritual burnout is real and it speaks up even when you're not doing the work. So sometimes, especially when you're doing the hard work, we begin our spiritual journey when something sparks a light within us, a moment of awakening. There's a whisper from your soul. And suddenly, we're lit up, we're inspired, we're ready to go and transform. And so we dive in head first and we get all the things. We get the books, we get the courses and the programs, we get the crystals and the incense and the sage and the singing bowls and the drums and the memberships and the rituals. And they keep coming, the meditations. It's like a smorgasbord for feeling good. And we want all of it right now. Because for the first time in a long time, it feels like hope. But what no one warns you about is the overwhelm that can follow. The pressure to get it all right, to keep growing, keep learning, keep ascending, to do the work, even when your soul is asking for stillness. But what I've learned is this, that sacred collapse, it wasn't a failure. It was a calling, a divine intervention. The moment the universe whispers, come home to yourself. It is the spark that brought me, back to the one I've always been, the one that was hiding beneath the masks, the stories, the pressure, the illusions, the fear, and yes, the self-doubt. Because let me tell you something else. I have self-doubt. She likes to make her appearances. I have fear. And yep, I have imposter syndrome. She's loud sometimes too. And that little voice that says, who are you to share all of this? Who do you think you are to guide anyone else? And who do you think you are to do what you do? But here's the truth. I'm just someone who's walked through it. Someone who's still walking through it. And maybe, just maybe, me sharing my story will help you find yours. What I've learned is this. You can read all the books. You can collect all the tools. You can burn the incense. You can say the affirmations. You can talk the talk, beautifully even. But until you begin to live it, not just when it's convenient, not just when everything feels aligned, but in the hard moments, the messy moments, the ones where you want to run or you want to shut down, that's when the true transformation begins. This doesn't mean that you have to be perfect by any means. It doesn't mean that you throw in the towel when it gets heavy and doesn't go your way and doesn't seem like it's working. It means you take small steps, gentle ones, real ones, one breath at a time. Because those breakdowns, those tears that you think you're crying for no reason, they're not weakness, they're release. They're your body's way of saying, I'm ready to let go. I'm ready for the next level of light. It's a sacred redirection, a divine recalibration. It's your soul reconnecting to its original blueprint. Divine protection, deeper awareness to beauty, not just around you, but within you. You start to see your own light more clearly, and then, miraculously, you begin to see the light in others too, even in those that you've let go of, even in those that have hurt you. And most importantly, you begin to love the ones who love you more deeply because you finally love yourself on a deeper level. It's powerful. So the moment I said, I just can't do it anymore, the story that I share in my book, Flying Free, this was a moment that spirit took over. They took the wheel. She literally took control of my hand, clicking the open tabs on my computer. My laptop shut down. My body shut down. And when my husband called, literally just a few minutes after that to check in, I told him, I'm doing great. But the moment we hung up, I collapsed on the kitchen floor in a puddle of tears. And in that moment, I called bullshit on everything. My angels, my practice, my path. I was mad because I had been doing everything right and still felt broken. And that day became the beginning of something sacred for me. It didn't feel like it at first, for sure. It felt like defeat. But my angels were guiding me. They were there. They lifted me out of the fog and out of the void. And if you missed that episode, by the way, you can go and listen to The Angel of the Void, the sacred space of creation. What I didn't realize at the time was that this wasn't a breakdown. It was a break open. It was a spiritual burnout that cracked me wide enough to hear something new. And in the silence, I heard the whisper, it's time to come home back to you. It was my sacred return home, and it helped me heal. It reminded me of who I was before the burnout, before the breakdowns, before the busyness and the chaos and the noise. And now it's the foundation for something even bigger. The Back to Me monthly gathering. It's beginning April 29th, and this is a once a month sacred space to return to your center, to realign your soul, and surround yourself with supportive, like-hearted souls who get it. So if you've ever lost your joy while doing your soul work or felt like your spiritual practice just wasn't enough, wasn't working, and became another to-do list, or if you need a place to just be without pressure or performance, this is for you. Because spiritual burnout isn't failure. It's a message. It's your soul whispering to you to come home. Here's today's reflection and soul whisper as we rub our hands together and take a few deep breaths in and out, and gently close your eyes and place your hands over your heart. And take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. You are not broken. You are becoming. You are not fading. You are rising. As your angel team whispers softly, I return to myself. I release the pressure. I trust the light within me. I'm coming back to me. At every moment you return to yourself, you return to truth, to clarity, to light. So thank you for being here, for walking this path with me And if this episode resonated with you, be sure to share and visit michelleirene.com, where you'll find other beautiful resources and tools to support your beautiful sacred journey, including the Back to Me meditation album, which is absolutely free and available now for you. And if you're ready to take this journey even deeper, then join our Back to Me monthly gathering. It's a beautiful sacred space to reconnect, realign, and rise. The founding member rate ends April 29th on the day we begin, and I'd love to walk this path with you even further. You can get the information at michelleirene.com. Like I said, this is your one-stop sacred space for so many spiritual practice resources, guided meditations, spiritual tools, and the Back to Me gathering details. So go there to support your return to center, clarity, and soul alignment. Until next time, may your heart be light, your steps sure, and your spirit always feel at home as you come back to you. And so it is.